Hi guys, welcome to our very last lesson in chapter 5. It is lesson 10. It's about subtracting decimals. It is on page 361, so please get to page 361 with me. To subtract decimals, we're going to line up the decimal points and then subtract the digits in the same place value position. All about making sure we're lining things up appropriately. So all of my digits are lined up in the proper place values, and my decimal points are lined up on top of each other. Example 1. The table shows the average lengths of the 3 longest bones in the human body. How much longer is the average femur than the average tibia? This information is found right here in this chart. So the femur is 19 and 8/10 inches, and the tibia is 16 and 9/10 inches. Let's find 19 and 8/10 inches minus 16 and 9/10 inches. Okay, so first thing you want to do is make sure your decimal points are lined up on top of each other. Most important thing to remember to do. Right away, you notice that 8 is smaller than 9. So when my number on top is smaller, is less than my number on the bottom, I have to regroup. I have to ask a friend if I can borrow from him. So because this is asking me to take 9 from 8, and I don't have enough if I only have 8. So I'm going to borrow a 10 from my neighbor. Thank you so much. Now I've become an 18, and you have become an 8. 18 minus 9 is 9, and 8 minus 6 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 2 and 9/10. All right, let's look at example number 2. Sometimes both numbers in a subtraction problem do not end in the same place value, so we need to annex a 0 as necessary. And you learned that when we were learning about adding decimals. So our primary concern is that our decimals are lined up on top of each other. It doesn't matter if there's not enough digits on each side, because we can just fill in those gaps with a 0. So this one says 6 and 3/10 minus 4 and 78/100. Okay? Put a placeholder 0 up top here so you have the right amount of digits. Double check to make sure your decimal points are lined up appropriately. And then we just start subtracting as usual. I notice right away that I have a 0 on top of the 8. Well, 0 is less than 8, so that is not going to work. I cannot take 8 from 0. So I need to knock, knock, knock next door neighbor. Hi, can you please help me? I need to borrow a 10. He says absolutely. He becomes a 2, and I become a 10. Now we can subtract successfully. Here we go. 10 minus 8 is 2. Uh-oh. Can I do 2 minus 7? Can I subtract 7 from 2? No, I gotta go to this neighbor. Excuse me. Can I please borrow one of your 10s? Hundreds? Yes, I can. You can. Thank you so much. All right, so 5. And now I become a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 and 52/100. Can I borrow a 1? See, it's a little bit complicated when you're wording this when you're doing decimal problems, because without the decimal we have hundreds, tens, and ones, right? But here it's like these are ones, tenths, and hundredths. So the wording may be a little weird the way I just explained it, but it's this place value next to it. We are borrowing from this neighbor, 1 and 52/100. Okay. 1 and 52/100 plus 4 and 78/100 gives us 6 and 3/10. Fabulous. All right, let's look at the guided practice. 5 and 5/10 minus 3 and 2/10. All right, easy peasy, right? 5 take away 2 is 3, no regrouping necessary. 5 minus 3 is 2. So 2, make sure that decimal point is loud and proud. Our estimate is 6 minus 3. So our answer should be close to 3, okay? And then we're doing 2 and 3/10. Let's check. 2 and 3/10 plus 3 and 2/10 equals 5 and 5/10. Yes, looks good. All right, let's move along here. These boxes are indicating that I'm going to have to do some regrouping along the way. Let's first do our estimate. So 72 is close to 70, 12 is close to 10, so 70 minus 10 is 60. Let's make sure, oops, I shouldn't check that yet. Let's make sure our answer is close to 60. All right, make that decimal point loud and proud. Can I take 5 if I only have 4? No, I need to borrow from the neighbor next door. Okay, so 2 becomes a 1, 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 5 is, oh, I guess I'm supposed to put it in these boxes. I don't know. That makes sense, right? Okay. 14 minus 5 is 9. 1. Can I take 2 if I only have 1? No, I need to borrow from the neighbor next door. Hi, can you please become a 6 so that I can add 1 more? Sure. This becomes an 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. And then I keep forgetting I think I'm supposed to be using these boxes. Yikes. 6 minus 1 is 5. 59 and 9/10. That's really close to 60. That's really close to our estimate. So that's good. We're on the right track. All right, guys, you are going to work on 363 and 364. Let me know if you need any help.